What's up guys, welcome back. On my last video I mentioned that I was going to start playing this game called Moko, developed by Supercell, which is the same developer of Boom Beach, Clash of Clans, Battle Royale, and Hay Day. It's a very fun game, and I wanted to do some more research and figure out if this game is worth investing. So what I found out is this. Here's a few things that the game wants you to focus on. First, you have these cores, which is after you defeat a monster, you find them on the floor, and if you collect enough of them, you can increase your battle damage, your critical damage, your various stats in the game. So that's one thing you can work towards. The other thing is there's different weapons, right? So I have Speed Shot. This is basically like a crossbow, and you have your various attacks associated. You have Headbanger. This is a melee weapon. Then you have Techno Fist. This is like an all-around weapon. So you have various weapons that you can unlock and utilize, but it takes time. Once you upgrade, you'll unlock different abilities, and you can also try them out, which is cool. Then you also have things in the shop like a premium pass or a battle pass, merch drop, so you can customize your character or the animal that you're riding, the monster, whatever they're called. Merch, basically just merchandise. And this elite merch credits is things you can use, is in-game currency. But you also have these little, I don't know what they're called, but it's like the little logo with the shirt. You get these every day for free. You get like 5 or 10. I'm guessing it's because the game is still under production, but it's a nice way to give back to the players that are trying this game out. And as I mentioned, you can customize your character. You can play around with the hair, with the clothing, with the facial hair, that kind of stuff. So it allows you to select and customize your own avatar. As I mentioned, it feels very much like Ready Player One. I think that's the angle they're going towards. And you can also change your emotes so that you can communicate with in-game players instead of sending direct messages. So let's say you're in a group with a bunch of strangers and you want to communicate. You can say, hey, let's stay together. Hey, let's split up. You can say hello, goodbye. It's a cool little way to have banter during the game. I'm not sure if there's another way to communicate, maybe with a headpiece or something, but if you figure out, let me know. And as I mentioned, you can also go to this other area and practice. So depending on your weapons, you can kind of figure out different combinations. I know it seems like the trick is just to press the buttons, but if you press them in a certain combination, it becomes a lot more effective. So for example, each one of these weapons have an option to like dash or escape quickly. So let's say you're attacking, right? This is considered like the special move, but let's say you're attacking and you need to get away from them fast, because in this game the enemies tend to they attack pretty quickly. So all of these characters have a way to escape that area immediately. So you want to get familiar with the dash option for each weapon, with their special, and also the way that they heal. They all have different ways. And now this is the main portal where you can choose the mode you want to participate in. So first you have this village, which is where you attack a bunch of monsters and you have to do like 5 or 6 different tasks. This is a new mode called Veil Tower. I'm not sure what this is yet. Boss fight. This is literally you and 2 other people attacking a boss, and you have to defeat him as soon as possible, and the faster you defeat him, the better the points. And then you have this Double or Nothing, which is you attack bosses of different difficulties. I'm honestly not sure why it's called double or nothing. I mean, there's one dragon ender that you have to defeat twice. There's 2 of them. But this is the main lobby where you can join other players. But if you have nobody that you want to join, you can just enter the match by yourself and it'll pair you up with some strangers. I always do that because if you try to pair up with an active lobby and there's one person that's in the lobby, or they're away from their phone or whatever, you get stuck there. So here you go. Once you enter the game, you have these characters. I'm sure this is a lot more fun once you have friends on here that you guys can all play together and communicate. But essentially now you have to just defeat the boss as soon as possible. So all these little red circles are, weapons and attacks that these enemies have. So you have to be strategic, right? I have a melee weapon, so I'm attacking them, but I'm also getting damage at the same time. So you have to be smart, because if you see on the top, it says 3 out of 3 characters. There's 3 of us attacking these boss monsters. If one of us dies, it takes about 15 seconds to respawn. And you can speed it up by standing over the little icon that says they died, and they can respawn faster. But if 2 characters are dead, waiting to respawn, see like this one, this guy's dead, right? You see the little blue and yellow logo? So if if 3 people die and there's no one on the field left, you lose completely. You're defeated. So if you have 2 characters dead, the third one has to be very careful, because otherwise you'll be defeated and you have to start the entire mission over. So as you can see, 2 of us are about to die, and you have this third, actually all 3 of us. And this is why you have to be strategic with your attacks, because, see, I have a melee weapon, so I have to get close. See, so I'm going to try to respawn this guy, but I also have to avoid these little red shockwaves. So basically, the main concern is killing the boss monster as soon as possible. That's the whole purpose of this mission. The second concern is making sure that you're aware of how many players are alive. There you go. See? So I'm returning in 13 seconds. So there's one Marco's the only one that's alive. If he dies, we're done. So he has to be aware that he's the only one left. Now we have 2. But the good thing is, in 15 seconds, I'm able to come back. And it just continues until you defeat the monster. And there's different modes. There's different difficulties. Each monster has different abilities. This one, you can tell, it punishes characters that have melee weapons, because by being that close, you're going to take a lot of damage. There we go. So we were able to be victorious on that one. It's going to give you the top performer of that match. On the top right, it tells you how long it took you to defeat the boss and your previous record. And as you can see on the top left, it tells you the different rewards you get for completing the task in certain increments. So like in a minute and 20 seconds, a minute and 30 seconds. As you level up and your weapons get stronger, it'll be easier to defeat opponents. So now let's do another one, just so you can get an idea of the variety of monsters they have on here. I'm not sure what that Veiled Tower is yet, but I'll try it later on, and I'll see if it's worth playing. And they constantly update this, because I've been on here 3 times for 3 days, and they have different modes. They had another one where it's 4 versus 4. It's basically just a team deathmatch, and now it's not here. So now we have this boss battle. It's a different enemy, so he's gonna have a different skill set. See, so what he does is he stomps down. Oh yeah, it's way different. So in this case, the strategy is going to be to strike him and then use my dash button to get away as soon as possible. See, because as soon as you hit him, he strikes you. And this is why you have to be strategic with your characters. There's another weapon. It's a long-range weapon, but it's also a lot weaker. 1 strike from this melee weapon is the same as 3 strikes from the crossbow. But you're also able to kill him faster with the melee weapon. You have to just be careful. There we go. So you have to be careful. And the thing with this character is it's hard to heal him. He only heals while he's attacking you with his special attack. But you're also going to be in range to get attacked by the enemy. So I'm going to strike him once. There we go. Now I can heal. But I was close enough for him to take me out. Luckily, these guys are kind of high level. One's level 34, one's level 20. It's more of an issue when you're low level like myself, because I've only been playing for a few days. But I'm sure once you rank up, you can take on enemies and not be as... what's the word? You don't have to be as careful, because your health is a lot larger. And also they have shields. I haven't been able to figure out how you unlock shields yet. Oh man. So he's almost done. I want to try to get this. I don't know if there's a difference. Oh man. I'm trying to figure out if there's a bonus for actually defeating the enemy, or if we all just get the same. I think he's done. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure, guys. See, this guy got most damage done, but I don't know if he got a bonus. And that's basically it, guys. So let me know if you enjoyed the content, if you want me to upload more of this gameplay, and give me your thoughts in the comments. Take care, guys.